And now we have a special impeachment edition of Fallback. A historic week on Capitol Hill, groundbreaking and irreverent moments, and we have the progressive writer and journalist Josh Marshall, founder and editor of the website Talking Points Memo. He's been profiled by the New York Times, the LA Times, and the Columbia Journalism Review for innovative digital journalism. It's true. And comedian and friend of the beat Chuck Nice, who you've seen co-hosting The View and doing all kinds of fun stuff, including Star Talk Radio. The serious and the intense. Thanks for being here, you guys.
Always a pleasure.
Do you have an impeachment fallback?
Yes, I want the Republicans who won't let the witnesses talk to fall back. You know, there's that, they got this thing where they're taking up the whole time, and then the witness is like, okay, I'm out, and they're like, zip it. You remember like Dr.
Yes.
Evil and Lost in Power? Zip it, zip it. They're zipping everybody, right? It was even Schiff had to get in.
And if you're good at this kind of investigative questioning, you solicit and elicit answers that help.
Yeah.
If you're bad, you just use up the time.
Keep talking, yeah,
totally.
Don't even let them talk.
I have to get to something that obviously piqued my ears, but a lot of people's ears. The repeated invocation of A$AP Rocky, a musician and rapper, and the A$AP Mob during these hearings. We're going to show you some of the hearings and the cultural response.
We primarily discussed A$AP Rocky, A$AP Rocky, A$AP Rocky, A$AP Rocky,
A$AP Rocky.
ASAP Rocky. You can tell the Kardashians you tried.
Something we have not gotten to much at all in our entire day of coverage is A$AP Rocky.
A$AP Rocky, yes, that helped jog the memory today.
Does this mean we can officially call this track Impeachment Inquiry featuring A$AP Rocky?
What's my name?
A$AP Rocky,
What's my name?
A$AP Rocky.
I mean, Chuck, can't they leave A$AP Rocky out of this? And the reason it kept coming up was A, the president was obsessed with his case to try to impress celebrities.
Right.
And B, Mr. Sondland made the heretofore brand new recollection defense that the reason he forgot the call was it wasn't notable when people mentioned A$AP Rocky, he remembered it.
Well, hey, listen, A$AP Rocky, like, that'll jog your memory about anything, right? You know? The thing that got my favorite was, I think it was Holmes who said, ASAP Rocky, which is his formal. That's his formal name. That's the formal business name.
Is that his government name, Chuck?
ASAP Rocky. Thank you.
I mean, and here's the other thing, and I guess I asked for this, but in the streets, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
In the newsroom, people started coming up to me and saying, okay, well, are there A$AP Rocky lyrics that apply? And the answer is, of course there are. I mean, on Praise the Lord, one of his most famous songs, he says, I came, I saw, I take what's mine, I take some more. I came, I saw, I break the law. I praise the Lord. Shout out to game plans, shout out to escape plans. And Gordon had a game plan, which was defend Trump, and it turned into an escape plan, which was throw him under the bus.
That's right. And guess what? Apparently, Sondland was listening to A$AP Rocky very closely and taking his advice, because we all know if he didn't, who was going to be the fall guy for this whole thing. So good for him.
Look, it's a reminder, in all seriousness, to keep it real, and wasn't it ASAP Rocky who taught us that?
Indeed.
Do you have anything else on your fallback?
You know what? I don't know if we have the, but I was going to go with foreign-born, naturalized citizen patriots. You know, people who, you know, weren't born here but come here and make the rest of us look bad by devoting their entire life to in service to our country.
So fall back to people who say that just because they came from somewhere else, they're not patriots.
Absolutely, yeah.
It really illustrated that this is why the United States always needs a fresh flow of immigrants who are committed to American values.
Yeah.
Because the native-born, there's a lot of them who want to betray American values. So you got to kind of like, offset those people.
They don't care not nearly as much. You know, these are true patriots. And there's a lot of people who think that patriotism means that you hug the flag like you're tenderly making love to America. But, you know, sometimes
Hug Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's a
Whatever
fine
Donald
line.
Trump says, you follow it.
Yeah, it's a fine line between hugging the flag and rubbing the flag.
Right on. And you know what? I don't want to go anywhere near that line for some reason.
hands off.
I got a feeling if I went near that line, I'm going to end up not invited back. I'm not coming back if I go near that line.
If it's too far for the comedian guest, how far has it gone? The other person who's on a lot of people's fallback list for impeachment is John Bolton. Cameras just caught up with him at Union Station as night fell in Washington. Brand new. Take a quick look.
Are you willing to testify and be the first-hand evidence that a lot of these senators are looking for?
I have no comment. Now, if you'll please excuse me.
No comment except on Twitter. He's basically promoting, quote, the backstory. Right. Stay tuned. Right. The worst named follow-up season of Bribery Apprentice season 8.
Yeah.
Is this hypocritical, Josh?
It's weird. It's ridiculous. Like one or the other, but don't be going on Twitter and saying like, hey, guess what? It's coming. Mm-hmm. I got the big thing. It's coming in a minute. Like, dude, what are you talking about? Are you actually going to like make the country wait for like a book? Like this is
that's
like
exactly what he's talking about.
I guess, Chuck, the question is, are you excited for his Netflix special?
If it's going to be a stand-up special, then yes, I am, you know. But listen, Trump says read the transcript. Bolton says read the book, because that's what he's about right now.
And meanwhile, his own deputies taking great risks to testify, and he's a no-show.
It's like, I was going to say too clever by half, but it's like 5 times around by half. I almost kind of wonder whether it's going to be the one thing that kind of unifies everybody on both sides. It's like, dude, what is your problem?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what is so craven? Well, I'll say in closing, thanks to Josh Marshall and Chuck Nice, and I will say, at the end of this week of the impeachment hearings, we can at least tell the Kardashians we tried.
We tried.
We tried.
Left nothing on the field.
Thank you for watching. Hey, I'm Ari Melber from MSNBC. You can see more of our videos right here, or better yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel below. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and we appreciate that.